Yo.
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 Jonathan Huberto. Jonathan Huberto.
You should trust the Daryl Sutter process. Hey boys, welcome back to the Puck and Stuff podcast. I'm here with my boy T-Dog over here, and we are back for more Flames talk. First Flames talk of 2023. T-Dog, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, although we did take the L against the Winnipeg Jets. Feeling pretty okay. How are you, good sir?
I'm doing pretty well. As you know what though, the part is we did lose again with Winnipeg, but we've seen much improvement from this team last time we were here, because last time we were here, we were talking about how we should perform on the California road trip.
No, for sure. There has been improvement. The team looks more confident. Of course, there are still things that need to be fixed, and I really hope they can get fixed soon.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
we are halfway. I think we're 2 games away now from 41 games or something like that.
We're 2 games. I believe it's 2 games now away from halfway through the season, and this is getting interesting. That California road trip, we played San Jose twice. We won 5-2 and then 7-3. So that was a great start to the road trip. And then we took an OT loss against the Kings 4-3. But we come back in OT against Anaheim and win 3-2. Then we come back to Calgary for the Battle of Alberta, which we sadly lost 2-1. But we jump over to Seattle, win 3-2. Then on New Year's Eve, we win 3-2 against the Vancouver Canucks. And we come against Winnipeg today, losing 3-2. So the one
3-2.
the one
Daryl Sutter hockey 3-2. I'm just saying, the LA Kings in 2014 and 2012 won a lot of 3-2 games and played a lot of 3-2 games.
That's what I'm starting to notice. A lot of 1-goal games with this team recently.
Pretty Sutter hockey in the sense, like...
I mean, true.
One thing I'll say about this, though, and watching the game, I've watched this team live twice the past week, and ultimately, defense is still looking solid. Goalie performances are vastly improving. Jacob Markstrom and Dan Vladar both are playing great. The games that they're losing, they're not losing because of goalie mistakes right now. And one thing about some of these losses, not the Jets one, but I think the Oilers one is what I was complaining about, was you're wasting a great performance by your goaltender. And that sucks because, you can talk about, we almost won this, we almost won this. You need the points. There's no pity point, right? Mm-hmm. And this is what can really screw this team up in the standings is, not winning games you should. And it might not even be like games like that, but what if you don't get an extra point in overtime, right? Things like that. I find that's the biggest struggle right now. And
especially if you're like Calgary right now, you basically have played 40 games, and Seattle and Edmonton have only played... Seattle now has played 36. Edmonton's now played 39. And they're only 2 points behind you. So that's very concerning that only 3 game difference and you're only a point ahead in third. So you could be obviously kicked out very quickly.
I got to say, though, another positive, I think, okay, you lose this Winnipeg game that just happened, but you're kept in with them, and Winnipeg is on a pretty good streak, and you're able to beat Hellebuyck twice, but... Just kidding, you had post troubles, and you need to score a little more. I guess that's one thing I'll quickly go into. Yeah, we need to score more. That is truth, and there's getting the positive is that opportunities are coming. Some are posts, like I've seen a lot of posts, but they need to go in. Simple as that. Finish your chances. I think that was something that we complained about the last episode, and that's something that needs to be here too. You got to finish your chances. It seems like opportunities are becoming more prominent and persistent with this team, but you just got to finish those chances. Like, it's simple hockey jargon, sweat towel on, boys, you just got to get hard there, finish chances, get pucks deep kind of thing. But it's true, like, that's what you got to do right now, so...
Oh my God. Yeah, so even if I look at it a little bit more advanced stats with the Flames, so our power play sadly has gone down to 19%. And
got to start scoring on the power play.
Exactly. And it's like, I think there was one game where it was in OT. I think it was against the Kings. And Huberto was struggling to shoot, because he had a wide open chance to get a goal, and he decided to force a pass onto Kadri. And I was livid when I saw that, and I was very disappointed. So... we need to really take those chances and actually shoot on the net and actually get some goals here, because that's our biggest factor.
But now that I think about it, as we talk about that, you look at our shot clock. Our shot clock's always pretty high, usually higher than the other team. So then, of course, it has to be good chances too. Like, sometimes the shots just aren't, like, I would say, just the correct timing. Like, it's weird. It's almost like this thing where it's like either like it's a shot that really doesn't bear a great opportunity, or it's not taking a chance on that great opportunity.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. That's what I've kind of been noticing with the recent play with the team.
Well, because I even look at this, and the Flames are 19th in goals for. We are scoring at least 3 goals a game.
Yeah.
But
I
goals
can tell the
Yeah.
last 3.
Well, we're also, the thing is, we're also
I guess we did
19th.
lose.
We're also 19th in goals against with almost 3 goals a game. We're allowing almost 3 goals a game.
Yeah, and which isn't, in this modern day, that's not terrible.
No, that's not. But
Which is weird, right? But then again, it's like, think of it. If you're only allowing your opponent to score like 3 to 4 goals a game, what happens if your team could score 6? How many more wins do you have, right? Like, and then that bears like the whole idea of finishing your chances, and capitalizing on opportunities.
yeah.
They kind of bite you in the butt later down the road, right?
Well,
Especially with playoff implications.
if you talk about like players that are struggling to score, let's even go into like look at the player stats for sure. Like Elias Lindholm leads the team with 38 games played and 35 points,
Okay.
and then Tyler Toffoli's right behind him, 39 games played with 31
Toffoli's
points.
easily been the most consistent player.
Yeah,
It's crazy too. He has the most posts. Someone on I think it was the Reddit posted something about posts hit, and yeah, Toffoli was it was him and Mangiapane were both like up there for 1 and 2. But Toffoli, I think he had 8. So if he has 15 goals right now?
yeah.
So he'd have 23 goals, right?
Tyler Toffoli.
He would have 23
Oh
goals.
yes, he would.
Again, if in Buster County Nuts, whatever. But it's something to say too, right? He's getting those chances. Easily the most consistent player. He just looks great on that line. One player that does hopefully get a spark soon is Andrew Mangiapane. And it's not even that I don't think his play has been... He's getting frustrated, and I think that's what's altering the play a little bit, where that Oilers game, we lose because of a stupid penalty that he took. And I think that frustration comes from not capitalizing on opportunities and just, having a bit of a tougher game, for say, than what he's used to, I think. And I think, he can regain it this season. I'm not worried about him. But you know what? Is this, again... If you need that extra goal, wouldn't it be nice if Mangiapane was playing well?
Well, because
playing to what he can be,
yeah, if you even look at Mangiapane, on paper he has 39 games played with 15 points and a plus minus of -7,
Yeah.
which isn't great. Like I'm kind of disappointed on Mangiapane's part right now because I expected so much out of him in the offseason. And like Jonathan Huberdeau, he's starting to pick it up. He has 36 games played with 25 points. So he started to pick it back up, which I'm happy about. Just that level of expectation, I think it's still bad luck on posts and bad luck on some goals, but
I mean, and this is like the biased fan of me coming out, but I think even just not on the score sheet, just watch Huberdeau's game in general, it's better.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
And I would love for it to translate onto the sheet, onto the score sheet.
Yeah.
That would be just so nice. I feel like a lot of things would be relieved with that too. Let's go down the line. I mean, Nazem Kadri, I think he slowed down, of course, but I still think that he plays a solid game. It would be awesome for him to get back to what he was at the start of the season.
True.
They don't score goals, but like points wise, I mean, like look at Rasmus Anderson.
Oh, and I think
Phenomenal,
Anderson
man.
is like one of our best players in the last
Just
few games.
phenomenal. This dude is, I mean, after this season, is his contract a bargain? It might be.
Yeah, it might
It's
be.
possible. But oh man, he's just nothing. I haven't really seen many mistakes in general with that guy. Mackenzie Weegar finally scores a goal as well. I mean, he's of course not the one to get points, but he's been playing well. I guess now I'm going more into just kind of how their performance-wise is in general. But here I'll just keep rambling on. But Lucic is on a line with Huberdeau, right?
Oh, good.
Huberdeau and Kadri, he's looked decent. Ever since that scratch, he's looked better. And he's actually had some he's actually produced some chances that have looked good. So
Still
that's
not a big
something to
fan of
think.
him
I
now.
mean, I think that still proves that this team needs another scoring winger. the fact that he's on the second line.
The Tarasenko rumors are coming true maybe someday. Someday?
Yeah, Tarasenko, hey, it's been like that for years, it feels like, that's for sure.
This team, I don't even know what to say about this team anymore because it's just like they're so mid right now. Like, I hate to say it, but we're so mid.
We're mid, but it's like if certain things just work out, we could just be so much better.
Well, you even mentioned like our defense and our like giveaways have gone down, but I still think we still have a problem with being in the box. That's, I think, is kind of our killer. Because
a few stupid penalties, that's for sure.
You even saw, like, in the Winnipeg game, in that last 2 minutes when we needed a goal, we got a penalty for slashing. And that killed it until 40 seconds.
Yeah.
You know how much of a difference that would be if we had those 2 minutes in that last minute of the game? Like, those are the things I feel like you really got to look at with this team. But if I'm looking ahead to the future, we do verse the Islanders on Friday, and we verse Chicago, and then we verse St. Louis twice. So there's a lot of upside, especially if you do versus the Islanders, because the Islanders have been looking really well lately, and they're calling Sorokin the best goalie in New York.
You play a team with Sorokin on it, so you beat a team like that. That's a lot of confidence boost too.
Especially going into Chicago the next 2 days later on Sunday. So
it's kind of weird how they do that. It's like a road game and then a home game and then a road trip.
Yeah. Because we're not back home until the middle of
Blackhawks should be a game that you should probably win.
Probably.
But then you play the Blues, and the Blues, of course, have had their somewhat of a struggle.
They've had the injuries. They've struggled with injuries.
And they do have a similar record. But you know what? They're always tough to beat at home. Gotta win a few of those games, and then you play Dallas.
Oh.
Dallas is what I'm scared about. Look at this. We beat them in the playoffs, right?
Yep.
And look what happens. The changes of Kurt, of course, that's all different. The teams aren't the same. But they have their growth spurt has been so much better than ours. To be fair, we halted, of course, different scenarios, but dude, the Stars is a team that you got to score goals, man. Because think if Robertson gets hot, Pavelski just signed a contract, right?
Yeah, literally. And especially when you have Jake Onger that almost ended your first round bout last season. So you need to get those good scoring chances.
The Stars can score now. This was literally something I remember saying last year, being like, dude, if they could score, they'd be a dominant team.
Jason Robertson, look, now they have the scoring and the talent behind the goalie. It's insane.
And then it's coaching is there too. And then you play Nashville, and then you play the Avs. So, right, it's
a little bit tough road trip. It's a little bit of a tough road trip and then come back home.
Yeah, true. You gotta win 3, right? Yeah. I think this is what the team. If the team's gonna keep playing like this to make the playoffs, you're gonna have to do a lot of win 3, 3 out of 5 kind of things.
For sure.
And this road trip could prove that. It's I don't know how I feel about it because I think the Flames could honestly. I'm confident the Flames could beat all these teams. Iffy with the Stars.
Iffy on the Stars.
I think the Preds also are a team that is underperforming and just have players that should be honestly performing better and need to step up, especially in their division.
True, that's very true. I think I'm in the same boat with you as that because of Dallas, of how competitive they've looked this season. It is kind of fair to see that. And St. Louis is dealing with their injury issues. Chicago this season. Mm-hmm. New York Islanders is probably that'll be the great start to get onto a road trip with for sure. Nashville, you're right. They have had their struggles not playing to their potential this season. Same with Colorado in that sense because they're still fighting for a wild card spot. Yeah, and they're kind of having injury problems as well. Tampa is going to be a big fight as well.
Yeah. Oh yes, very much so.
So
I'm glad we are winning gritty 1-goal games. Or usually are, right? The Winnipeg game's different. That's going to be great come playoff time if you make the playoffs, but it's how much more effort do you put on yourself because you can't score an extra goal, an extra 2 goals?
It really kills you on the long run. It really does.
Yeah. You got to play such a tighter defensive game, and that's just much more tiring.
Well, boys, the only positives that will come out of this is we are in a third. We're in the third spot for a playoff spot.
As of now.
Or we have improved, but we need more scoring chances, for sure. We need to change that for sure. But hey, guys, thank you for tuning in to another Flames Talk recap, whatever you want to call it. And hopefully this team keeps it up. Thank you so much for 150 subs on YouTube. We're so close to 1,000 on TikTok. We love the support. Keep it up, boys. We love to see it. And D-Dog, will you take us away?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, listening, wherever you are consuming this content. If you did enjoy it, smash a like button, leave a comment down below. Let's get a question of the episode for you. What is the biggest thing the Flames need to improve on? Is it the power play? Is it just scoring consistency like we said? Other things that maybe we haven't talked about? Let us know there. But hey, guys, keep on rocking in the free world. And just remember that Johnny Gaudreau is no longer a Flame on a playoff team.
Yeah, but it's okay. He's lost in the whole league.
I try to make myself happy, but I don't know. It's and then Draisaitl scores. Okay, yeah. You know what?
Out on the pain.
It's all good. You know, we'll see what happens. See you guys in the next weeks here, and keep on rocking.
Peace.